Sweet. So the game is called Story Pitch. Essentially, you're going to give us 12, four numbers between 1 and 12 for each of these categories. We will give you what they are, essentially, because it all correlates to a graph, secret graph that me and Ryan have access to, and then you got to pitch us a story. Like, picture us as Hollywood executives or
Hmm.
trad publishing agents or whatever. They're going, all right, what are you selling us today? But you got to kind of do it on the spot. This is how He-Man came to be. They made something up on the spot. And so you never know what we're going to create today. So when you're ready for round number one, give us four numbers between 1 and 12.
All right, let's do 7, 3, 9, and 5.
Five. All right.
Seven, 3, 9, and 5.
Wow, this is incredible because this is the first time we've had this one. We keep having overlaps, but this
Yeah.
is this is the first time your setting is a haunted house.
All right.
And your genre is something that you are very familiar with. It is fantasy.
Oh, your your main character is a birthday clown.
Oh boy.
And your crazy addition, which is something that has to appear in the story, is Bigfoot.
Bigfoot or a Yeti, any iteration of
Like
Bigfoot would be fine.
Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
Sasquatch,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so I got my birthday clown
Yep.
in a fantasy setting or haunted house. Well, I mean,
Yeah. It's a
I got
birthday clown
ideas
in
now.
it's a birthday clown in a haunted house. That it has to be fantasy and Bigfoot is there. Now Bigfoot doesn't have to be there for the whole lot. He can literally just pop in and say
Yeah.
hello, but he's got to be there. That's all.
Perfect. All right. So I got to pitch this to you, right?
Yep. Pitch us a
Yep.
story.
All right. Picture this. We have a wonderful uh, Pacific Northwest rainforest, big pine trees, and within there is this house. It's Victorian with the, spires and the
Mm.
gingerbread and all that fancy stuff, but it's old. And our birthday clown has been contracted to come
Mm.
and host a party at this
Okay.
address. And so he's going to drive up through, into the mountain area, into the forest, and he gets to this place and he says, "Oh no. Like this can't be right. Like I am here to make balloon animals and sing to little children and this is not what I had in mind. Where are the children?" So, he's not sure that he's got the right address. He's going to get out of his vehicle. He's going to roam around the area for a while and see if there's some mistake. But then he hears voices. They're little children's voices. And he says, "Well, all right. I guess maybe in fact this is where we are going to have our party." And so he follows the voices into the backyard. Well, there are a lot of children, but they're ghostly children. And they are glowing and blue and wispy and whatnot. And they're running around and they see him and they're all excited. And he's like, "Well, I'm kind of terrified, but at the same time, this could be exciting." So while he's there, he gets out his kit of stuff and he says, "Well, I mean, they're going to pay me, right?" So he's got to get his stuff out. He's going to make some balloon animals. And then he's trying to hand off the balloon animals, but the kids can't hold them because they're ghosts. They just fall right through their hands. But then the children bring him the magic kit so that they can
Mm.
play with him.
Yeah.
And, he's going through this and he's having a good time with these ghostly children when there's a sound out in the wilderness behind the house. And in fact, because it is the Pacific Northwest in the forest, there's a Bigfoot monster. And it turns out that this Bigfoot monster has been tormenting the children. And so they tell him that they need his help to fend off this monstrous foe that has been disturbing them and preventing them from resting. And so they give him a magic sword. And he's
Fancy.
sent out into the forest to go slay the Bigfoot monster to protect the ghostly children that he has now made friends with from playing games and hosting a party. And he manages to wield his magic sword with fury and fight off the Bigfoot, and he is victorious at the end. And then the children can all rest. And he can go home.
See, I would have just had Bigfoot pay the check.
I mean, Bigfoot could have paid the check, but
Could have
it's a
paid the check.
fantasy. You got to have some sort of sword fights and magic.
No, that was epic. We just lost Ryan. I think his internet probably cut out. He'll be back in a second. I guarantee it. But no, that was fantastic. Um, who would you cast as your birthday clown?
Oh, I don't know actors' names because I'm
Or
terrible at this
just
game.
the guy from something.
Oh my
Patrick
gosh,
Stewart.
that would be funny. He's a little old though,
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, put makeup on him.
into like the AI de-aging. He is very dramatic, but
Mm.
I don't know. You need like a you could go like cheap and just be like, oh, cast Will Ferrell
Well,
as the birthday clown.
he'd play a good clown. I do
He
like
would be a good clown.
I do love his Eurovision movie. Have you seen Eurovision? The one he did?
I have not.
It's one of those rare gems because it's actually pretty heartfelt, but he plays a like it's got Rachel McAdams as well, but they're like an Icelandic band that want to go to Eurovision and they get in by a technicality. You know? It's so funny and it's pretty heartfelt. But and he had to do a reasonable good job of it because Will Ferrell's wife is Swedish and their whole
Mhm.
family love Eurovision, so he kind of had to not take too much of the piss out of it.
You have to treat it with respect.
Pretty much. But- oh, here he is. And he's back. Did your internet cut out, Ryan?
He's just sad because he missed the epic Bigfoot battle.
Yeah. We're switching his speakers back on. Ryan.
Okay, I apologize for that.
That's all right.
My internet just is crap, so
Yeah.
but I'm back.
You're back. There was an epic Bigfoot battle with
Oh, nice. Nice.
Ghostly children. Got to protect the ghostly
Excellent.
children.
yeah.
Excellent. I love Bigfoot. I love anything to do with big, like one of the authors that I follow on X, another indie author. She wrote YA, but it's all about Bigfoot, and it was like $3.99. I bought that bad boy. I love anything to do with cryptids and big boy, big boy,
Big boy.
Bigfoot. Anything like that. Loch Ness Monster, you name it. If you want me to buy your book even more, just write something like that. So I love it.
Excellent. All right. Before Ryan's internet cuts out, let's do one more story pitch before we wrap the show up. Um, so Jessica, you can
Yeah.
give us the same numbers because it's a new graph, or you can give us new numbers. It's completely up to you.
Now we'll do new numbers. Let's do 12,
Mm-hmm.
6, 7, because
Yeah.
why not? And 2.
2.
So 12, 6, 7, and 2.
Yeah, that's it. All
Okay,
right.
there's a few new things on this one, so
Excellent.
I like it.
But the non-new thing is your setting is the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
All right.
And your genre is urban fantasy. So still in the fantasy zone, but just a bit more urban.
So, urban stuff in the Bermuda Triangle. Your main character. Wow, we've had
Is
this a
our
lot.
favorite popular one.
He keeps coming back. He's a sommelier or a wine taster.
And your crazy addition, which is something that must appear in the story, is a sentient cactus.
That's a, very, very specific.
Well, I mean, it's good because the Bermuda Triangle, it's like anything and everything can happen
We
there.
don't know
So
what's there, so
yeah,
yeah.
like a sentient
Yeah, that's
cactus
very true.
coming from the Bermuda Triangle is not unexpected.
Yeah.
All right. So our lovely wine taster, we're gonna call him Paul because, that seems
Paul the wine. That reminds me of Friends.
snooty.
Paul the wine guy. Yeah.
Paul the wine guy. He was on his way flying back from Napa Valley.
Oh.
Um, I guess, I don't know, to Florida, maybe. I don't know how to get to the Bermuda Triangle. Maybe he's going to Brazil. I don't know. He's going somewhere new to try some new fancy wine. And his plane happened to get uh, con distorted by there was a storm. So the storm blows up, and poor Paul is, the control, the not controls, but the navigation's spinning, and the pilot's trying to figure out where they're going, and they end up going into a fog somewhere over the ocean. And then everything goes haywire, and the plane has to set, they see a track of land. There's some land ahead somewhere, so they figure it's probably like Cuba or some island, whatever. We gotta land somehow, or else they'll crash into the sea, and that would be terrible. So the pilot announces that they're going to make an emergency landing on whatever land this is, and it could be rough. And Paul gets his bag and hugs it because it's full of this wonderful Napa Valley wine. And he can't stand the idea that it might get broken in a crash. So he's hugging his bags, and they land, and it's dramatic because they have to land, and it turns out they're landing in the middle of like this city. And it's like a road. And they're like, what in the world kind of place is this? But, they manage to only lose the wheels, and they kind of crash into the city, and he gets out, and there's an opportunity here to explore a new place and figure out where he is. And, he's like, maybe we need an EMS or something. Like, but they're walking around, and they notice that, like, all the people seem very strange. They're kind of walking in a daze. Like, they don't even seem to notice that he's there with the plane, and that's very odd. So he grabs his bottles, and he's buckling on his backpack so that he can walk around and try and figure out what's going on. And he's trying to ask the people if they, you know where they are or can help him, or do they even speak English. And they don't respond, and it's very strange. So he ends up walking around the city, and it turns out that the city is being controlled by a malevolent cactus
Ooh.
in the middle of their central park. And the cactus has sucked all the life out of the place by putting up a big, like, magic dome that keeps the rain from falling and keeps it very dry, because the cactus does not like the tropical area of the Bermuda Triangle that it happens to occupy. So it's using its magic to keep everything dry, and the people are all just so parched that they don't know what to do. But Paul has a solution because he has a bag full of wine bottles. So to get a team of help, he sacrifices some of these wine bottles to these very, very thirsty citizens of the city so that they can help him with their liquid courage to defeat the cactus.
So
By
basically, everyone just gets drunk and fights the cactus.
fights the cactus.
Yeah.
They go for the roots, man. They got to go for the roots.
It's a story no one will ever believe.
Yeah. Nice. I like it. I like it a
That was
lot.
that's probably our best second because a lot of people do really well in the first round, but then the second one gets a little more trickier. But that was probably my favorite second round.
Yeah, it definitely
Um,
was my favorite. I like sentient cactus is always good for business.
yeah.
He's
Very,
evil, man.
very good.
He wants to make everybody thirsty.
I know. Maybe he's
It
got
made
small man
sense.
syndrome. It's just like I just need to do this.